Hi, my name is Ibrahim. I live about 6,000 miles away from where you live. My home is located in a village called Zugan. I was just 4 years old when my mother was kicked out of her first home. She had been forced to leave because she chose to follow Jesus, and her family would not accept her new belief. So she found a safe place to live with other women like her, women who also chose to follow Jesus. The aunts had come together with their children and had formed a family. I went to fetch water, which was a big job. I walked and walked and walked some more. It was about 2.5 miles to the river. I had to walk with a heavy jar on my head. When I got to the river, there was a long line. There were other kids waiting in line to draw water. The water was not clean at all. But we had no choice to drink this dirty water. After I filled the jug of water, I carried it back. It was a long walk. When I came back, my mother was still lying in the hut. Yesterday, my mother did not even come out to eat. I asked one of my aunts, "What is wrong with my mom? Is she sick?" "She is not well, Ibrahim. Just pray. God knows what she needs." I knew where I needed to go. I told my cousin Daniel, "I'm going to find a doctor and get help." The village where the doctor lived was about a 2-day walk. I didn't want to leave home, but I felt I must go to find help for my mother.
Tell the world that Jesus lives. Tell the world that he died for them. Tell the world that he lives again. Tell the world that Jesus lives. Tell the world that he died for them. Tell the world that he lives again. From the front to the back, let's go, come on. Come on, we'll tell the world about you. 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 Tell the world that Jesus.
I felt sure of my way, as I had heard the aunts talk about the journey many times. By evening, I had reached a big rock I heard them describe. I found shelter for the night. As I listened to the insects buzzing and the monkeys scratching, I prayed out loud, "Please, God, let me find what my mother needs." By late afternoon on the second day, I had reached the doctor's village. I spotted the doctor's hut. I was dirty, my face flushed. The doctor took one look at me and called out, "Nurse, get this young boy some water." Between gulps of the doctor's cool, sweat water, I told my story. I told about my mother and her sickness, and about the long journey for help. "I have come so far. Please, help me. You can help my mom," I pleaded. The doctor listened to the list of the symptoms. "I cannot say for sure, but I think she got sick from from the river water. I can give you some medicine, but if she drinks more of the dirty water, she will get sick again. The doctor told me that God provided good water underground that everyone could have, but it was not easy to get it. I could hardly believe it. I had never heard of rivers under the ground, but I knew the doctor was a smart man, and he knew that this water the doctor had given me to drink was the best water I have ever tasted. So that's what she needs? You have to get to this river under the ground? I asked. The doctor nodded as he packed up supplies and medicine for me to take. I stood up. Then that is what I will pray for. Surely, Jesus can help us find a way. The doctor smiled at my faith. Just remember this, you are not forgotten. God has written your name and your mother's in the palm of his hand. I had talked to my church about an amazing dream I had. My dream, the Lord asked the church to share what they had with the people who live far away. So the leaders met and talked. Church prayed and fasted, and everyone agreed. They felt the story weaver pointing to them to a place thousands of miles away, somewhere in the continent of Africa. The church and the pastor with the dream to reach out to some African friends. They talked about how they might work together to get clean water for a village. The Africans said they already knew how to drill a hole to get to the water underground, but they were praying for a special machine. The story weaver that day brought them all together for many reasons. God had plans and purposes for them all. The church worked for many months, raising money and gathering a team. Then one day, this team made their way into the village they had chosen. The village was called Zugan, where Ibrahim lived. This was the day the drilling would begin. About this time, I was few hours from home. I wanted to run home to my mom, but I was so tired.
Few hours later.
Here's some fresh water and some medicine.
산을 내려오는 바람과 같이
I loved my mom and trusted her. I would do what she said. I would trust Jesus. That day, one aunt came to my mom's hut. She was dressed in clothes she saved for a special worship service. Wonder what's so special about today, I thought. I stared with my cousin at the largest machine I have ever seen. The machine was digging straight into the ground. It shook the earth, and it made boom and boom sounds. What are they doing, I wondered.
On the living room floor for the 15th time today. Matching up socks, sweeping up lost Cheerios that got away. You put a baby on your hip, the color on your lips, and head out the door. And while I may not know you, I bet I know you. Wonder sometimes, does it matter at all? Well, let me remind you, it all matters just as long as you do everything you do to the glory of the one who made you. 'Cause he made you to do every little thing that you do to bring a smile with a suit and tie. Maybe your shirt says your name. You may be hooking up mergers, cooking up burgers, but at the end of the day, little stuff, big